Hey, 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 my people, what's going on? It's your girl, Lake B, the host of Stream Talk Show here on Podcastic. Today, I'm doing something a little different. I have a phone interview with Bruh Man, y'all, and I am so excited about that. We are doing it for the culture, for real. Now, there's not a person in the city of Detroit that is not familiar with Mr. Reginald Ballard. He has had such an impact on comedy here in the city, and we are so honored to welcome to the stage or to the phones right here, Mr. Reginald Ballard, also known as Bruh Man from the fifth floor. What's going on, sir?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
I'm wonderful. I am like fanning out right now. Is that okay?
That's all good. That's all good. Good to be on your show, girl.
Oh, well, thank you so much, sir. I ride by your apartment every day. No, so seriously. So, first, I would like to thank you for taking the time out to speak with me, and I want to get right into the interview, okay?
You're looking good, bro. You're looking real good. You're looking like you smell like great bubble yum.
Oh, well, thank you. That's one of my favorite bubble yums. But it's Miss Dior. So,
all right.
What would you prefer to call me? Is it What would you prefer for me to call you? Is it Reginald, Mr. Ballard, Reggie?
Reggie's fine.
Reggie?
Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Cool
Yep.
and perfect. So, for our audience, Stream Talk Show was created to give flowers to those who are doing the work. And I wanted to take time to give flowers to you. They're at your door if you want to go check for them.
At my door? I go look, girl.
So, we want to take a look at your work and your projects. So, I always start off my show by asking my guests, what is a motto that you live by?
The motto I live by is I'm like practical. I believe if you ain't got no teeth, you can't have no cavities. So I just try to keep all the other stress and all the other stuff way over there. That's how I live, you know. I mean, you don't have no trouble. You don't make no trouble. You can't have no trouble. So just live my life, you know. You ain't gonna never really find me in clubs or hanging out. I'm a family dude. I'm always at the crib, you know. Like doing trips with my family. I like going to live theater with my family, and just like doing things with my family. That's what I love doing.
I absolutely love that because I too am a family woman, and as you get older, people kind of look at you differently when you change your lifestyle. But I find my joy in being with my kid, you know, and it's safe.
Yeah.
It's always a safe way of going about things. So, what was your upbringing like? Because the crazy part, I guess because of the part that you played in Martin, most Detroiters thought you were from Detroit. All my life.
Oh yeah, nah. I'm originally from Galveston, Texas. You know, started out, you know, athlete. I was a blue chip athlete in high school. I was highly recruited to play football. I could have went to anywhere in the country to play. I had that many scholarship offers. Coaches used to stake outside my house at night and make sure that other coaches wouldn't get to me before they did, and end up going to Southern Methodist University to play football, and we got the death penalty, which is a big special on ESPN about our school called 30 for 30 Pony Excess. So I was a part of that thing, and went to University of Missouri, ended up majoring in theater. Came out to California, told my friends I was going to Hollywood to hang with Stallone. Them, I said the next time you see me, I'm gonna be on TV, and that's how it happened. I left. First movie I did was with Stallone, and next time I seen him, I was on TV. That's the long story short right there.
Right. And a very inspirational story just in that little bit. So how do you go from being on the football field to just deciding that you wanted to be on the big screen?
Well, I knew I wanted to be an actor since I was in the 4th grade. I knew I'm a big Bruce Lee fan. You can see over my shoulder. I mean, my first Bruce Lee movie that I seen, I wanted to be an actor. I was like, man, I want to do that, man. I wanted to be a kung fu actor, but I just knew I wanted to be an actor, and I just never pursued it until I got to college. So it's like I played football, ran track, and once I got to college and we got the death penalty, I needed 3 hours to transfer, and my opportunity. That's when I started taking. I took a theater class. I needed 3 hours to transfer to the University of Missouri. Then I excelled in the class and, made like all the projects I did in the class were straight A's. And I went to Missouri and got into the Black Theater Workshop. And the rest was history. Professor Clyde Ruffin was the professor over there, and he cast me in a play called A Soldier's Play. You probably know the movie as A Soldier's Story with Denzel and, and I played C.J. Memphis. The country boy with the guitar, singing and stuff. So that's what I did, and haven't had any regrets about playing football, going to the NFL. If I wanted to go to the NFL, I could have went to the NFL, but I wanted to come and pursue the other part. I knew I wanted to run track, I knew I wanted to play football, and I knew I wanted to be an actor. So it fell in that order. I played football, ran track, and then got into the acting.
So you said you told your friends that you were going to act with Mr. Stallone. How was it the first time you seen yourself on the big screen?
Well, it was like a real brief moment because I just held the gun on Stallone real fast, and you have to really pause it in order to see me. But it was cool because, I met Stallone and I met Carl Weathers, Apollo Creed, and that was the cool thing, man. I met them. I met Carl Weathers on Tour of Duty, I believe, and man, it was surreal, when I seen a guy that I grew up watching on, ever since the 4th grade, Rocky, Stallone, and when I seen him, man, it was like. I realized, man, I'm in Hollywood now. I'm deep now. It's deep. There's no turning back now. So I couldn't go back home. I was already around. It's time to get real.
So you just moved. You just moved and took a leap of faith and just showed up to an audition.
Yep. My wife and I, we just left Missouri and came to California with about $500 and driving a Nissan Sentra. I was driving the car all the way leaned up because we had all our stuff in the back seat. All the way from Missouri to California. I was determined. I was like, I ain't coming back. I wasn't going back to Texas. I definitely wasn't going to stay in Missouri. So whatever happened out there was going to happen, and we just went and did it.
So I'm a 90s baby. I'm really an 80s baby, right? But it seemed like when your face hit the scene, you were everywhere. I remember Class Act. I remember Menace to Society. It seemed like the 90s,
wow.
Your face was popping up everywhere. Was Bruh Man your breakout role, or was it something else?
No, it was the show called True Colors, and me and Carl Payne, before we both did Martin, we was on that show True Colors, and you used to have to pick him up every day because he didn't have a car because he came from New York, and we used to go to the set, but that was like one of the biggest roles I had. But my first thing I did was a show called Trials of Rosie O'Neill, and I was a bailiff, and I had like 2 lines, and that was the first acting job that I actually got to speak on television. And the first time I got my my sidecar is in a movie called I Love You to Death with River Phoenix, may rest in peace, Kevin Kline, and Tracy Ullman.
Wow.
And the crazy thing, Tommy Ford was supposed to be in that movie, and I was just his stand-in. But I didn't know Tommy at the time, you know, and that's before, I think that was before Martin. And he was supposed to be in the movie, but he didn't show up. So when he didn't show up, I went up, and I was just supposed to be a stand-in. He never showed up, so I just started talking. And director, they came over and gave me a contract, you know, and I signed. That's how I got my union card. And years later, me and Tommy was doing Class Act. And we were talking and reminiscing. I'm talking about, you know, stuff. And also I told him I did this movie. And he'd say, what movie? I say, a movie called Love You. They said, man, I was supposed to be in that movie. I said, you the actor that was supposed to be there? He said, yeah, man, I didn't show up because I was doing Harlem Nights. He said, I chose Harlem Nights over that one, which he made a very good choice. And it helped me out, helped me get my union card, man. And me and him became friends. Rest in peace, Tommy. You know, we became buddies, and you know, used to go to his house, and we both were in electronics. We used to love electronics. So, you know, he take me to get. I think we probably the first that had the little 8mm DVD players that you could take on the plane.
Little small boy, look like a little laptop.
Yeah, little small portable joints. Yeah, had to take you.
So you know, like the character Bruh Man is like a part of the culture. Like anytime you talk about the culture, hip hop culture, anything, it's what made. I'm 45. You know what I mean? So it's like a part of everything I remember growing up in the 90s. Are you tired of it though?
No. You know what? I'm not that type of person. I'm not that type of actor that you know, people, you know, don't call me that. I'm not this. Hey, you know, you created something that people love and enjoy. I embrace it, man. I embrace it because, you know, I've done a whole lot of other things, man. I mean, ER, NCIS, Bones, Parker, so many other, Carolina in the City, so many other things. But people, you know, I only did 12 episodes of Martin. I did 40 episodes of Bernie. But people know those 12 episodes, and, you know, I'm not one of them dudes that get upset when they come and call me bruh, man, and they want to take a picture and do the fifth flow and all that stuff, you know. I mean, for me, I mean, it's hard to create something that people can identify with and enjoy. You know, Barry White, you know, that's one of my homeboys from Galveston, Texas.
Wow.
Barry White said, hit song, he said, you done accomplished a lifetime worth of work if you could create one hit song. So create something that people can remember. And this thing, that's been like over 30 years ago, and people still remember the character. So why should I get mad and get tired, you know, because, you know, somebody want to call me bruh man, or somebody want me to do the bruh man thing? I mean, that's cool with me.
I appreciate you dropping jewels over here. Like, that's some hell of advice right there. I did notice one thing about Bruh Man on that reunion show. You couldn't barely get through that window.
Well, Stan Lathan, man, told me to do that, man. I could have got through that window just like I did first time. I did put on a couple of labs, but I could fit through the window. It wasn't no problem getting through that window. Trust me, that was all acting, man.
Okay, that's what's up. You're an actor. I get it, and I believe that. So you have about 14 movies, 29 sitcoms under your belt. And Bruh Man is truly, truly loved. One question is, do you remember any crazy moments that may have happened on the set of Martin?
On the set of Martin, not really a crazy moment, but a beautiful moment. I remember one time me and Tommy, it was lunchtime, and me and Tommy was sitting on the couch, man, just chilling, you know, waiting for lunch to be over, man. I think we already ate, and we chilling. And all of a sudden, Tashina Arnold, she comes in, you know, Pam, she comes in, and she has some Daisy Duke white shorts on. And she stood in front of us, leaning on the little chest of drawer, whatever it was, table. She was leaning over. And boy, them black booty cheeks, boy. Me and Tommy felt like we was in heaven, man. We like, oh my goodness. We was all behind her back like, I mean, our eyes was like, was like that. That was like on Pulp Fiction when they opened up that box and you see that golden shine. It was like when she bent over, that golden shine was like right there in our face. I was like,
oh my God, you are such a man. Out of all the memories in the world, you remember that ass.
That's my good. That's my good.
You gonna remember that ass.
Yeah, that girl blessed. She's very, very blessed.
Oh, that's so sweet. So, a lot of our audience, because you're so synonymous with the sitcom, they don't know or probably haven't even noticed that you was only in seasons 2 through 4, missing out on seasons 1 and 5. You wasn't a part of season 1 and 5 of Martin. How did you go about making that so impactful, where it seemed like you was there all the time?
Well, a lot of things happen on a whim. It's like the first episode when I had Martin Sweat on, he told me to get out of his chair. He said, man, you in my chair, man. So I'm coming out of college, man, thinking about, staying in your light and all that kind of stuff, in theater and all that. And when he said, get up out of my chair, so I was walking slow so that I could be in the camera more and my mother could see me a little bit longer, right? So to slow by. That's why I was doing that. But then Tashina was like, yo, did you see the way he was walking? That's funny. So that's how the vibe stayed in there, That's how that stayed in. And I was walking out the door one day, and Martin said, man, it'd be funny, bro, man, just turn and go out the window. Just go out the window. And I went out the window, and that's just how all that stuff that we just made up impacted the show. Because it impacted the character, because the character was a different. And like I say, I started acting before I did comedy. So it was just, the timing in acting and comedy is so similar, and when I put both of them together, it's gold.
It is gold.
So
it is.
When I do my comedy on stage, matter of fact, I'm gonna be down there, I think in April, March. There, I gotta look. But anyway, it what you see me on stage, I'm acting everything I do. So my friend, me do the things and say the things that I say. They never heard me use profanity before, but when I'm on stage, they like, man, you so. I'm like, it's an act. I'm
right.
acting comedy.
And
I can make you laugh. After that, you might have to come get me.
Right. And we're going to talk about that because I did notice that. I want to go back a little bit. You were on the Bernie Mac show for 4 years. What was the experience with working with Bernie? Like, I'm in awe right now.
Best show of my life, man. That's the best experience I think I ever had since I've been acting now. I mean, working with Bernie, it was like, I used to, some people look at the clock and be like, man, dang, I got to go to work in 8 hours. I look at the clock and be like, God, man, it's going to be 8 hours before I get there. I used to want to get to that set, man, because we had so much fun in the camaraderie as far as us knowing what to do. It's like we sit around the table, man, and we used to joke. Bernie used to tell us stories, real life stories, what happened to him, and we used to just laugh and talk. And then when they say action, we go right into our dialogue. They say cut, we go right back into laughing and joking. That's how well we had it going. It was just it was like a machine, and just having so much fun. It wasn't like we were working. Sometimes me and my man Mike Ralph, he was the bald head guy, Mike Ralph, Cheryl Lee Ralph brother, and we used to they tell us to come to set at 10 o'clock a.m. and we go to the set. They be like, well, we got 3 scenes before you guys. And it's a single camera, so 3 scenes gonna take a while. So we like, you know what? But we gonna go golf, man. They said, okay, you guys go golf, and we'll call you when we get close to your scene. They get close to our scene, they tell us to come on back in. Start making our way back to the set. We make our way back to the set, man. It's lunchtime when we get there. So like, oh man, that was the best, far as the Bernie, you tell us, hey man, lunchtime, don't eat that stuff down there. Come to my room, man. Come to my room. I got some stuff. He go to Bernie room, man. He got smothered chicken, greens, rice, beans. He got all the good stuff up there, you know.
That's
already, you know, in those trays with the little heat candle things coming up, you know, all that stuff laid out, man. Man, you had to make that out. And even the food that was on the set was even good too, because they'll bring whatever you want. But Bernie had everything laid out, man. Come upstairs, man. Come upstairs. I got you.
That seemed like
dude Bernie was.
That seems like a dream come true. And a lot of people don't know what it is to live in their dreams and live in their purpose. Is there anyone that you had on your bucket list that you actually had the opportunity to work with?
Oh, man. It's not, all the people that I work with, it's been a blessing to me, man. One of them, you know, I'm a big blaxploitation movie fan. You know, I love the movies from the 70s, black movies. They call them blaxploitation. I call them black gold. You know, and Fred Williamson was one of the ones. When I worked with Fred, man, I was like, wow, Three the Hard Way, man. I'm like, God, dog, you know, and I met Jim Brown before. I worked with Billy D. Williams.
Wow.
I mean, I met from Cleavon Little from Blazing Saddles. Worked with him before. I mean, I worked with so many people that I came up watching. It is amazing, man. I worked with James Caan, you know, and James Caan was like, I remember when I was in elementary school, Brian Song. Remember Brian Song with him and Billy D. Williams? By Brian Piccolo. You know, every elementary school, they showed you that movie.
Somebody just made me...
Saying, man, I was in elementary and library watching this movie, and now I'm working.
It's crazy because somebody made me watch that movie over Christmas. I never seen it before. And they was like,
really?
They wanted to take my black card.
Oh, yeah.
And since I like to cry, they like...
you gonna cry, Brian.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
So,
and it was amazing that I was sitting across working with him, and I remember the night before, man, I'm like, wow, man, all my scenes, because I was on this show called Vegas, and I was a boxer with a hematoma, and they were trying to get in my brain, so they were trying to, he was a friend, he was trying to tell me don't box anymore, so all my scenes basically was with James Caan, and the night before, man, I was like, wow, you know, I couldn't even sleep, man. I was like, man, I got to make sure I bring it, you know, and we did the scene, man. The director got finished. He said, hey, man, you guys killed that, man. He said, you guys killed that. And, you know, that was like a highlight of my, you know, career so far.
So just so you know, I couldn't sleep last night because you are a highlight of my career right now.
Oh, thank you, girl.
Don't be blushing. But I'm serious. I am serious.
But you know, hey, I'm just Reggie, man. That's all.
So I've watched your stand-up videos, and I noticed that you do not cuss. How is it easy? Do you?
No, I do. It's something because I don't cuss in real life. Like I say, my friends never heard me use it in real life, but on stage, I can change up. Like if I got to do a church, or if I got to do around some kids, I can change up because it's natural for me. But on stage, and I do my Def Jam set and my urban comedy thing, I put it out there.
Well, maybe you don't cuss as much as the normal or the regular comedian, because it seemed like when you were doing impressions, you would use profanity, but just like, I'm like, this big ass dude just said doo-doo. like
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something funny though. You know, I had a kidney transplant, and my man Scarface from Ghetto Boys, he had one too. So he was calling me and asking me how, you know, it was gonna be, and you know, what's the process. And I was thinking, man, this hard rapper. He said, "Hey man, do it hurt when they stick that thing up your pee-pee?"
He like pee-pee.
I never. All right, feel the sheets, man. You know, dang.
And that's kind of how I felt when I was watching your stand up. I'm like, this big old chocolate man is finding the nicest ways to cuss.
Nah, I break it, girl. Trust me, I break it, girl. I break it, but I have to break it, So, I don't curse just for the sake of cursing. I mean, it when I do it fits the narrative of what I'm talking about,
Mm-hmm.
So I could go without doing it, but it just fit that, what I'm talking about at the time.
So you moved to California to act, but then you end up being a comedian.
Yeah, well, that happened because of, I think the greatest job the greatest acting job I've ever done is acting like a con. I'm still acting, but so I don't take nothing from comics. These cats put in the work that they put in. I'm acting. I wrote some jokes and I'm acting them out. And that's basically what I do. But I got started in the comedy. J. Anthony Brown used to warm up the audience for Martin, and he said, "Hey man, I got a comedy club in Houston. Can you go by and like this host and bring up the comics?" I'm like, "All right, yeah, man. You think can I tell some jokes?" He's like, "Well, if you think you can." And so I did that, and this dude named Vance Bradford seen me in the audience, man, and he took me up, him and this old retired colonel in the military, man, took me all over the world to host shows, Japan, Panama, Germany, all over, and that's how I developed an act and started saying, okay, well, I can do this, man, I can do this, I can act funny, I can act, things out, and basically that's what I do.
Wow. Well, you're coming to Detroit soon, so I expect a text message like, "Hey, Lake, come check me out."
Oh, no doubt. We're going to be at the punchline.
You got my number.
Yeah, just call the punchline and come on out. It's on me. Just call them and tell them that you want to come.
I'll say I want to come, but you better not leave me out in the cold.
They'll let you in. Tell them, anybody want to come, tell them Reginald Ballard sent you. Tell them Bruh Man sent you, and they'll let you come.
Okay, right? Okay. I love that. One of my audience members said, playwright Kim Brooks said you have so much positive. She has so much positive things to say about you.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. I also have someone. I'm gonna put up the call number right here. It's 313-437-3722. If any of you guys want to call in and ask him yourself. If not, I can ask this next question. Someone wants to know what makes you unique from other comedians.
Well, because like I said, I can act. I'm an actor, man. I'm an actor. Acting like a comic. And the way I do my thing is I just try to talk about life issues, me and my wife and kids, and put acting in it. Not just basically depending on the power for me to just stand up and stand still or sit in a chair and do 2 hours worth of just straight comedy material. I think, when I act some of the scenarios out and put it out there like that, I'm thinking it's a little bit different than a traditional stand-up comic. I mean, you got a lot of beasts out here that can kill it. But yeah. I think that I can have you laughing for about 50 minutes.
And you had me laughing for about 50 minutes. One of the things that was hilarious to me, you were talking about how women change from how cute, well, we won't fart in front of you, and then you got your wife who want to take a full-on dump in front of you now and make you come into the bathroom and bring the toilet paper.
Look at the food in the mouth. See that food. Look.
And y'all been together close to almost 40 years.
36, man. I've been married 36 years now. 36 years. They don't even make nugget greens like this no more. This is from 1987 right here when I got married, yo.
That is dope.
So, been knowing my wife since the 8th grade. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
My wife was my kidney donor. You know, I had to get a kidney about 2 years ago, and she was my donor. Now she don't let me forget it, man. Every time if I say no for something, go give me some water. I don't feel like it. I gave you a kidney.
Y'all locked in for
life.
life.
3 o'clock in the morning one time talking about, get up, go pee. I said, I ain't got to pee. Yes, you do, because my kidney got to pee, and then the other one got to pee, too. They used to pee at the same damn time.
Oh, y'all locked in. For real, you are locked in. That is so cute. And we don't hear stories about that now in 2024.
Oh, yeah.
People almost 40 years, and you still young. You still got a lot of life to live. Married. Wow. No, we here for you.
Girl. Don't let me go out and get hit by a kidney truck.
So. We took a step back in the past, but we want to bring to the future because you still working, you still doing your one too. What can my audience expect to see from you?
Well, I just finished. It's crazy. I just finished a horror movie Monday. It's called Supermoon, and it's a black horror movie. Man, it's based on actual events. It's about this black woman. In the early 1900s, man, the Ku Klux Klan, she was pregnant. They tied her up and to a tree and poured gasoline on it, set on fire, and cut her baby out. And the baby in the streets, and they shot the baby. And
Jesus.
So now this woman, she's coming back now for the vengeance. So but the part about the cutting the baby and the gasoline, true story, true events. And it's a black horror film. It's called Supermoon. We just shot it Monday, matter of fact.
Okay, I'm gonna be looking out for that. Now you don't really have a social media presence, right? I don't know how to follow.
I do, bro. I got Facebook. I do TikTok. I just don't go on them a lot. In Facebook, I'm on all of them. Instagram. I'm on them in the broadband _Phil Flow. Yeah, okay. But I have to get more active on it, man. I'm one of them, people. I do Facebook a lot, though. I go on Facebook all the time.
Will you be my Facebook friend?
Yes, I will.
Okay, I'm gonna text you like, hey, my request been pending for 3 weeks now, bro.
Really?
No, I haven't looked for. I thought you would be on Instagram.
Okay, I will.
I thought about it. I was like, his old ass probably got a Facebook like me.
Yep, I do. My daughter laughs at me too. She say, "Dad, nobody do that no more, man."
Hey, so I do it.
Every time I send her some stuff on Facebook, she say, I can't get that, Dad. I'm not on Facebook no more. I can't open it.
Hey, it's our way to separate ourselves from the young people, and I think that is okay. That is definitely.
But matter of fact, I have to get my daughter right now because she has to help me have audition today for young Sheldon, and she's my person that reads for me. So. But have to get up now. She works for Def Jam. She's a A&R for Universal Music Group, Def Jam. So,
well, luckily for you, I'm not going to keep you that much longer. Now, good. As you know, that Detroit is the to-be capital of the world. So, you going to come here and do some independent films with us?
Hey, anybody want to do independent film with me, just let me know. All you got to do is like on Tombstone, say when. Because I'm your Huckleberry. We can make it happen.
We love that. And I am going to be texting you asking, like, when is the movie coming out? Where do I watch it? Where can I let people know where to see you? Because
I'm thinking since it's a horror film, it might come out sometime around Halloween is what I'm thinking,
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a female black director, man. She's good too. Kim Coles played my wife in it.
Wow.
And it's pretty good. I think it's gonna be pretty good.
Well, as my audience know, I cannot do a show without flirting. So you ain't aged today. You fine.
No, shoot, girl, you don't know. It's the inside part.
Well, I see you only got one kidney.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the inside part feel like I'm like 78 years old. Shoot. I had the football knee, football shoulder. Oh man, I'm all jacked up.
It's okay because to me, you still look like you did in '93. You see what I did? I'm spitting game.
Somebody messed with us and they slapped my wife. She got to go catch him before I can do something to him. You go catch him first, and when I get up there, I take care. You go catch him and triple him, and when I get up there, I'll beat him down.
So, I like to end the show with my guest giving a little piece of advice. So, what would you do? What kind of advice would you give a person that wanted to leave home or college and move to California to pursue their acting career?
What I would tell them is to do it. I mean, look, life is short, man. I mean, the worst thing you could do is want to do something and don't do it, and then you be old and be thinking, man, what if I would have? That's the worst feeling I think a person could have, you know. So, you know, if that's a dream that you want, I would tell anybody, man, always follow your dream, man. I mean, you know, that's the best thing a person could do is follow your dream, because if you don't follow your dream, then what else is there to do? I mean, how can you live without knowing, at least giving it a chance and giving it a try, you know, and pursue it? Because if you don't, I think you'll be miserable for the rest of your life, you know.
Oh, wow. Well, please know that you are a walking, living inspiration. And I am so grateful to have this conversation with you. Like I said, your flowers are at the door. They came from,
baby girl.
Yeah. I forked up a whole $7 for those. So I hope they still there.
Hey, what I'm just gonna do, I'm gonna dust them off and put them up for my wife for Valentine's Day.
Oh. Damn. That's what 40 years of marriage get you. You're welcome so much, sir. Well, from this little girl who was trying to figure out all her life why bruh man didn't know he really lived on the 4th floor, I thank you. I thank you for being here with me today. And do you have anything else? We know we can't follow you because you don't have any social media imprint, but
I told you, yes, you can. Bruhman_5th floor on all of them. All 3 of them. Reginald Ballard on Facebook, but Bruhman_5th floor, Instagram and TikTok. And no, I just appreciate you having me. And you know, in Detroit, like I say, come out. When do I supposed to be in Punchline? Do you have that down? I forgot. I don't even.
You asking me down. Like I'm your agent?
Yeah, I thought. I don't know, man. But I'm supposed to be in Punchline. I think it's April.
Okay, I will find out. I will definitely find out because
it's called Punchline. They'll let you know.
It's Punchline.
And, yeah.
I'm going to be there.
And, you know, come on out. Just come on out. We're gonna have fun and you know, tell them I sent you.
Yeah, and I'm bringing my parents because they're the only ones that call me like, oh my God, you are interviewing bruh man. They watch Martin every day. They watch Martin every day like it just came out. Sanford and Son and Martin.
Reginald Ballard, baby. Reginald Ballard. That's all. It's like what you do and what I do is the same thing. We doing it for the opportunity to feed our families and to eat. Every man's job is no man's job bigger or better than the next man's job. We do what we do to survive in this world, survive in this country. You know what I mean?
Amen. So I will be seeing you in April. Thank you again.
Okay.
And audience, to my audience, that is it for today's episode of Stream. I am your host, Miss Lake Butler, and I would like to thank the amazing Reginald Ballard for sitting down with little old me today. all 250 pounds of me. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys soon, love bugs. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.